What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. This is Eccentric RockStar'Seed, and I'm here to bring another beautiful message or lighthearted conversation. Keep in mind, this is advice. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I speak to everyone. You know, I don't single any specific group of people out unless I'm called to do that. But let's get started. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I got don't dim to fit in and no. How are you dimming your light to fit in? Now, honestly, this does speak to people who are still young but more mature in age. So this would be like your people in your 30s and up, like 30s and 40s. But it could resonate with anybody who's an old soul. Don't dim to fit in. And wait, no. Postpone, no. Now this is my tower card in this deck. How all the lightning is on it. There's two cards that kind of look like that. Okay, that's just like, wait. I don't know if somebody's rushing something to happen now or trying to force a narrative. But if you look at the illustration, the lightning is at the end of that tunnel. You got to go through that transformation first before it can happen. But in the meantime, don't dim your light to fit in. That makes sense. You know, don't act like, don't settle just because it's a not right now. It's not a no, it's a not right now. Or don't force a narrative that will cause that kind of ending, that tower ending at the end. Trying to dim your light to fit in is going to blow up in your face. I feel like that makes more sense. So if it speaks to in a relationship, don't rush it. Let it fester. Like, you need oxygen. When you plant seeds, it needs oxygen and water to grow. So yeah, you are called to nurture it, but you can't smother it. If it's a career move, don't go with what's tradition. I'll give you an example. If you want to be like if your family, you got a family full of doctors and nurses. That's a tradition to go be a doctor or a nurse. You know, that's like, if I don't know what else I want to do, I can still fall back on being a doctor or a nurse. When in actuality, I want to be a pilot. Something non-conventional. Which is not really all that non-conventional or unconventional. Or if you want to be a reader. If you want to hone in on your spiritual practice. Just because you come from a family full of doctors and nurses doesn't mean you can't do it. Let me see what else. What else is this trying to say? What do you want? Why are you in my video? Here, get up here. Go right there. Sit right there. Come on. Come on. Don't cry. You gotta be quiet. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. The people want to hear what I have to say. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. What else does this mean? Let me see. Put something on don't dim to fit in. Star family. You're a part of a team. Calling your support. It's from my Starseed deck. And on the bottom, it says your life is a canvas. Creative accountability. So, give me some more. You're a part of a team. You're not supposed to be, oh, look what's about to fall out my hand. You're not for everyone. I like this message. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. And then you have Earth, which is not, this is like when I split the deck. I don't have to keep this one. I guess we could learn how to be human in the world, but not of it. Which makes sense with how everything is shaping up. But I'm going to put it back. Because I don't have to take that one. I don't think it's necessary to take that one. when I see the Star Family card, you being a part of, you got a particular soul tribe that you're meant to call in and you're meant to go connect with. So if you make the decision to double back on something you already started for yourself or wanted to build for yourself, you're not gonna, it's gonna mess everything up. That's why it says no. That's why it's a big a no right here. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. So it could be a certain decision you think you have to make, because it could, let's say for example, it's an inflation right now, so times are tight. You gotta go, you feel like you have to do extra stuff to make ends meet financially, like extra work, maybe get a second job. But it's saying no, postpone, be patient. Now I'm hearing Godfather at the end, when Clemenza and Tesla was trying to talk to the Godfather, and that by then Michael had already took over, and he's telling them to be patient. They don't want to fall under the yoke of Barzini's thumb. So if you think about it, to them to fit in, that would be like going with Barzini over Corleone, when you was best friends with Corleone for over 30, 40 years. And now that things have shifted and Barzini, he done manipulated and infiltrated everybody's space to where he's trying to be on top. If you watch this is the first Godfather I'm talking about. This is before Michael, this was at the point in time when Michael was arranging to meet all the heads of the 5 families. So you know where I'm going with this conversation. He's like, I settle all family business moving forward, so we don't have these kind of problems again. So he's wiping out the bad blood. You're being called to be patient. Is obviously meant to be tight and uncomfortable and just unconventional right now. And the reason being is because you're meant to be on a broader platform. I like the illustration of this. You see how she's standing out there by herself? You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. So you're designed, the way you're designed. I hear one of God's best creations. If somebody ever said that to you before, or if somebody in your family might say that about things or about you or something like that, whoever it is, you're one of God's best creations. That's what I heard. Maybe an aunt. I hear an aunt. Like somebody who's like a positive, motivating force in your life. Somebody who would say something really kind like that to you. Whoever that person is or that place is, that they make you feel like that. Stick with that. Be patient. So don't them to fit in. I feel like this is a group of people who want to do things that don't seem like would be a financial success in the economy. Like if you want to open a flower shop. Of course, we think of many different things we use flowers for, but you also think of the pessimistic side. It may stick out, and it's like, well, I can think of a million things I could use flowers for, but I'm not a person who would just go buy them. So because that person thinks like that, that person projects it onto the person with the idea to go sell flowers. And they try to put it in that person's head that it's not conventional. It's not a financial savvy move. Or somebody who wants to sell finger paint. Yeah, I can think of a million people who would love to support your art, but don't bank on it happening. I feel like it's somebody around you that's talking negative or talking down on your ideas and your passions and your plans. You're being called to dismiss that person and be patient. Let that person go, because they're not where you're at. They don't mean no harm, but they don't understand the transformation you're going through. And it's making you angry. I hear that. I feel anger. My body's heating up.
Mom.
Shh. Okay. Let mommy talk. Let me get an idea. Who's this? It don't matter who the person is, but let me see where you at. Where are you at in your journey? As to get a better insight as to how you can karmic. See? God don't play. When he wants you to know something, he let it be known. Karmic relationships. Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. So when you see this card is about moving closer through conflict as opposed to cutting them off. So I stand correct when I said distance the person. Distance yourself from the person. But that's that card represents. You're learning how to grow close. It's easy to move away from people when you conflict with them. We all have conflicting ideas. Very easy. But it's not easy to move closer. Like when you think about your childhood best friends and how you get into some of your biggest fights with people as children, right? And you get into a fight and y'all become best friends the next day. But as you get older and you do that kind of stuff, you want to kill that person. You want to write that person off. You want to make sure that person doesn't see the light of day again. Like it gets hard to do that as you get older. When you're young, you can fight with somebody. Y'all can make each other lip bleed and go be best friends tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the reason for that, like if you think about when you're children, you have a better understanding of each other. So it creates a newfound respect for each other because that's your love language. It became your love language. Both of you have strong opinions and you fought it out and you stood your ground and you respect each other for it later and become even better friends for it. That's what you're being called. You're being called to learn something from the person who's conflicting with you. Or maybe you're teaching them something, or you're being called to learn something and while you're in conflict, somebody you're arguing with and you feel like they don't understand you and you're ready to write them off. Maybe that's why I said that, because that's what's sticking out to me. I do feel an energy of somebody wanting to just say, you're just in my way. You're either with me or against me, or you're in my way. But this is somebody who could be trying to bond with you through, even though they're arguing, they're trying to understand you. They're trying to learn how to love you better or get to know you better or respect you better. Okay. Okay. Well, what can they do to repair their friendship? Let me see.
Mom?
She's not here right now. She's channeling. What can they do? Let's figure out what they can do to help understand each other's point of view. That's if you want to. This is only advice. Right. Copywriting is the art of persuasion. Learn how to craft words that speak to the heart of your ideal client. So if this is, you want to attract your ideal friends, your ideal support group. You could be using these petty conflicts and you could be journaling them. Or use your words. It is telling you to use your words that speak. You know what to say to get this person to relax or learn, get to know this person. This person saying, how do I get to know? Really, I only spoke from the part where the person's arguing with you, but you're actually conflicting with them as well. If you're conflicted with them as well because you're trying to get your point across, put it in a way where they can understand it for themselves. So use the words and terminologies that will resonate with that person to get them to stop arguing with you so you don't have to argue. Position. Expert. So this is somebody who is a mass communicator, wordsmith, gifted gab. Because see, you got amateur at the bottom, novice, learner, skilled, expert. Step into your power boldly. You own your topic. You show how you can help. You position yourself as the expert in your niche. So you're trying to teach your friends a different way of going about life, and they're not feeling it because they don't understand it. So now you got to put it in a way where they can understand it, so they can vibe with you. Funnel. That makes sense. Because you create a dynamic customer experience that nurtures prospects to become paying clients, and you build a simple sales funnel. Sales pitch. Okay. Go get that person's favorite candy. Something that agitates failure and success. Sorry to say it like that, but it's something that agitates both for that person. So they can listen to you and they'll buy into what you're saying. I say candy as an example. It doesn't have to be candy. I'm just saying whatever that person's favorite thing is. You like that person likes shortbread cookies or something. I don't know, chocolate chip pecan cookies. Anything that they like, present it as a sales pitch. And then put it in the words, put it in a terminology as a way that they can understand it and go from there. Because this is what you're called to do. So you're naturally going to be the best at it. Sell. Learn the art of sell. Learn the art of seduction too. Because that sells a lot. Embrace selling as a sacred exchange of energy. It's all in how you treat it. Don't feel like a fish out of water. You know, well, it's a well-being and a goodwill between you and your clients. Like, make it a sacred space. Sounds like I'm helping someone repair a friendship, because these two are like Clash of Clans right now. And the lesson in it is to clarify, get clear on what activities and online platforms bring you your best clients. Be dignified. Because you can use this experience as material for a book you might be writing, or a blog you might be writing, or a social media platform that you may be practicing your pitches, your craft on. However way you articulate yourself. You could be an artist. You could be drawing it out. You can just take pieces of different things and just make a collage of it. Like your creative niche. That is your guru. Your guru is this karmic experience and the conflict that you have with you and another person or persons. But I feel like it's really just two people. The conflict that you have with you and another person, you can use it as raw material, and it's a blessing in you having this conflict with this person, because the same way you're going to put all that heart and soul and effort in repairing it and putting your point of view in a way where that person can accept it and understand it and can resonate with it. It's the same lesson. You're going to take that with you when you go out there and speak on a broader platform and connect with people the same way. See how God works? He works in mysterious ways. But in the meantime, you need to heal to be able to move forward. So we're about to find out about that. I hope people don't feel like I'm shoving. Everybody has different religious beliefs. I have to say this. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm shoving my point of view down your throat. It is my platform. That is what I believe. But put it how it resonates with you. Don't feel like I'm shoving something down your throat if that's just so happen to be something you don't resonate with. It's okay. It's not meant for you to be take it aggressively. Communication. Your throat chakra. Drink some tea. Learn to speak up. Shiva, the unattainable Shiva. That does not surprise me. That Shiva came out with the don't dim the fit in. Your life is a canvas. You're not for everyone. You're conflicting with people who are conformists. Your star family. You're a part of a team of souls. Wow. I'm impressed. Unattainable Shiva. Learn how to move through stillness. This is a person or energy. This is an energy of a person who just physically just articulate through physical movement. And now they just sit and this person moved past the limitations of physical limitations, meaning that is not the only way I can articulate myself. And with the throat chakra here, with communication, now you're about to figure it out. You know that you're gonna find a different way to get your point across, a more better, a more uh, you're amplifying on your education, on your intellect. Because just because this person moved through physical movement, like express themselves through physical movement, doesn't mean they can't articulate themselves vocally, verbally. And that's what's about to happen. That creativity is going to come through having a way with words, the art of persuasion. I may have a crush on this person. You gonna learn. You becoming the sapiosexual. You're tapping into your sapiosexual side. You didn't even know you had it. Otis, what have you been doing? You look great. Have you been eating better? You've been cleaning up your health. Did you change your hair? Is that new makeup? What is your skin regimen? Your nails look great. Have you lost weight? You look like you put on a few pounds, but it's a good weight. Like you don't look like skinny or sick, or you don't look overweight. You look damn good. That's what Otis is. You look like a big piece of broccoli on that picture. With the sun, like what have you been eating? Have you increased your water intake? Your skin looks flawless. It looks tight. And boozy. That's along the lines of the art of knowing who you are and what you're supposed to be doing. But we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Spirituality. You tapped into your inner wisdom, your intellect. That's what I meant. Wise one. It's like you're at a point now where you remember what you were born with and what you're supposed to be doing. So all the answers that you seek, you realize life is not about learning, but rather relearning. Relearning. This is the time to rewrite your story. Hence, write. You can use these experiences that you've been dealing with people, places, things, and you can rewrite your story. It's a bestseller. I keep hearing that. Write that book. Write the book. I even heard another reader say that. Kyra's Crystal Visions. I love her. She gives me Philadelphia vibes. I wonder if that's where she's from. I don't know. But so you put all that together, it's about intellect. I said a lot about intellect. You're tapping into your sapiosexual side, and you're going to verbalize it and articulate it in a different way than you once did. And you have silenced like the chattering of the mind, and you allow the whispers. It's like you're coming out of your mindset, out of your head, and you allow the whispers of your soul to speak. So that's your heart chakra. You're into your heart is open. And you are now beginning to truly read the vast textbooks. I think you're going to be writing some books about it too, that exist inside of you. So it all starts, you're wise enough to realize that it's from the inside out. Okay? The inside out. You don't go outside and try to describe what's in. That's how people are able to connect with you and bond with you. I remember speaking specifically about that earlier. Shall we? Do I have to say anything else? I think that's a done deal. I think we said it how we supposed to say it. And what do you need to close this out? You're a divine badass. Know that. Man or woman. On your own terms. She waited a really long time to be saved until one day she decided to save herself. It was a very good day. Daughter of the Sacred Heart. Every saint has a past. Every sinner has a future. Don't let any of that define you, bluntly put. And like I said, what's on the bottom? You're a divine badass. A scorpionic energy. You transmute in all that energy, all that negative energy, all that conflict. It could be inner conflict too, inner turmoil. Let me see. What is your self-care regimen? With that Otis card there, you got a regimen that you've been keeping up with. You haven't been telling anybody. Why are you glowing like that with no makeup? I guess you're supposed to aromatherapy. I only do what makes me feel good. Hold up, let me shuffle these. I feed my inner child, so I feel better about myself. I eat sweets every once in a while. It's a mood stabilizer. I think that's a chocolate cupcake on there. But I also eat the good stuff too. Like I mix it in, I mix it up. What did I say about creating art? That's what it is. And if you don't do it yet, you're called to do it. And movement. You done move past the physical limitations of movement, but this is what people know you to do. To be that kind of person, to not keep still. That's how you nourish your temple. Alright, so I'll be back with more messages. If you liked it, if it resonated, like, share, subscribe. Share with the people. Connect with other people. Talk about it. Discuss it amongst your friends. Okay? Until next time.